What's up, everybody? It's Mike, Dirty Mike's Garage. Today we're going to be doing a build breakdown of this really sick 5th gen 4runner solid axle swap 40s. It's pretty gnarly. We're going to be interviewing Dontae McNish and his cool ass shop here at his house. And we're going to be going over this 4runner and show you all the details of it, get a good breakdown of it, see what you guys think. Let's get into it. All right, so this is Dontae's 5th gen 4runner. Dontae, how you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
cold, but pretty good.
We got us a cold morning here in Florida. I think it's 40-something degrees out right now, so it's pretty chilly for us. But today we're going to do a build breakdown on his 4runner. It's a 5th gen. What year is this thing?
2019.
2019, and this is a TRD Pro, right?
Yeah, it is a TRD Pro in Voodoo Blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm sure you guys have seen this color in the sunlight, but it's very bright. And this thing has obviously got a very big presence to it already. So tell me a little bit about like the history of this truck. Did you buy this thing new or used or what?
No, so I picked it up used. I got it from Tennessee. Yeah, ended up picking it up from Tennessee, and I wanted a like a Nevada beige, like the sand color TRD Pro originally.
Gotcha.
But long story short, couldn't find one, pricing and all of that stuff. So just end up doing a turn and burn road trip. Picked this up. For the most part, it was stock. Well, it had a lift on it. It had an Icon suspension lift on it. But
okay, I mean, Icon's good stuff.
Yeah,
you weren't
yeah.
That wasn't good enough.
I wanted a. This is my second 4runner. I wanted this just a solid axle swap. So I
Okay.
didn't care if it was stock, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, nothing mattered. But I wanted the color.
Gotcha.
Originally. So I didn't care for Voodoo Blue. It just landed, and I'm glad it did. And it was a smooth landing. So
Nice,
yeah.
nice. So just like a general breakdown of the truck, what axles are these?
So right in the front, I'm running F250 Super Duty axles, Dana 60,
Okay.
and Sterling 10.5 in the rear.
Gotcha. So these are from like a
F1, F250.
These are like from like the 05
and
newer,
05 and
right?
up. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
05 and up.
Nice.
Super Duty axles. So
nice. Okay. And you got, I mean, we'll do a quick overview of everything, but I see you got a bunch of accessories on it. Do you take this thing camping or anything like that?
Pretty much, for whatever I can do, camping, overlanding. If we do some crawling, I just wanted a multi-purpose layout, so wherever the trails lead us, we can go. You know,
Gotcha.
That was pretty much the ideal, from night riding to day riding. The snorkel for crossing water, just all around, all-purpose build.
Gotcha. So let's just kind of start from the front. We'll work our way back.
Okay.
I just want to give everybody like a good breakdown of the truck and details. You know, not everybody's going to be into a solid axle swap, but maybe somebody sees something else they like and they don't know what it is. What bumper is this?
So this is a CBI Adventure Series bumper. This was actually for my 21 4runner.
Okay.
That's what, and it works with TSS and the radar sensor. That's why it comes down a little bit.
Okay.
And I was happy to use this because my transmission cooler, the power steering cooler for the different power steering plumpers in here, like everything helps with airflow
Gotcha.
having this space here.
Gotcha.
When you take that away from the other bumpers, you lose that airflow against the radiator condenser and all of that stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What kind of winch are you running?
I'm running a Smitty built 12K in the front.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
All right.
yeah.
Stock headlights.
Those are Morimoto's.
Okay.
With the white chase light.
Nice.
And yeah. LEDs.
Right. So. And it looks like you got a bunch of Baja lights up top.
Yeah.
Here. Those things are huge.
So man, I had this ideal. I didn't like my 40-inch light bar that I had from Baja up there, only because I feel like it didn't fit the front end of the 4runner well. And I had this bug that just, hey, will 6 LP9s fit on the roof rack? And I couldn't find it anywhere. So I just ordered 6 of them. Actually, I ordered 7. And I modified the rack to make it fit. So
well, they look amazing.
They're close together, but it works. They're all controlled in pairs too, by the way. So,
okay. Yeah. So you could do 2, 2, 2.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what do we got for suspension? I see you got Kings front and rear. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay. I got Kings on. This is 12-inch coilovers on the front.
Gotcha.
Kings bumps.
Okay.
I didn't, as far as adjustable reservoirs, I didn't go with that. I mean, they're valved pretty good for what they are, so we don't have to come in and adjust anything.
Gotcha. Okay. And I see you got some King bump stops in here.
Yeah.
What are you running for a steering box?
For steering box, I'm running a Redhead steering box.
Okay. And what would this be out of originally?
That would, ooh, man.
Is that a 4runner box?
Toyota 4runner. I forgot the year. It could be a 90. It could be a 94, 95.
But it's a second gen, right?
Yeah, it's for the
Gotcha.
IFS box for the 4runners.
Okay,
yeah.
Pretty common for you guys that don't know. It's pretty common for these swaps to use those boxes, either that or like the 80 series.
To use the 80 series, yeah. For the series crawlers, whatever, I feel like you can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
But I'm glad with what I did. But you can use either one.
Now, you obviously mentioned it, but you got a different pump, and it looks like you've got the PSC Hydro Assist in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
PSC Hydro Assist.
Gotcha. And what do you have for gearing for the front and rear?
538 gears. The axles are built pretty tough. I got ARB air lockers in them, which is fun. Air lockers for the front and rear. I did the 40 spline chromolyes on the front. I did the slugs, so we don't have to worry about going in and turning the dial or whatever.
Gotcha. And let's see, is this it's a 3-link in the front?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
It is a 3-link up front.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And what did you use any kind of kit, or is it all custom?
Yeah, this is Nick from Martech Engineering. This is the kit that he sells for the Tacoma. It will bolt up to the front 4runner for the front. A little bit of dressing we had to do to make it work on the frame rail plates, but it came out pretty good. So it's still some modification you got to do. There's never a 100% bolt-on kit. It's always something you have to do to the vehicle, but they provide you with a good base to start from, so you can get everything dialed in. So
gotcha. I was just looking up under here, and I see what looks like a aftermarket transfer case.
Yep, I got an Atlas in there, transfer case.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Another thing is, so the transfer case, that's a huge upgrade as far as drivetrain. What do you have done to the engine? Anything?
Yeah, so the engine it's got a supercharger.
Okay.
I'll actually open up.
Yeah, let's check it out real quick. Oh, nice.
Yep. So it's got a Magnuson supercharger on it. Running TRD intake. Also duct authority headers on it. Vibrant cats and vibrant muffler.
Gotcha.
Titanium cats and the muffler as well.
Gotcha. So you got your compressor. I see this is the PSC. Is this the reservoir?
Yep, that's the reservoir for the PSC pump. It's a CBR pump that I have on there. It's in the stock location with big tires, axles. I mean, the stock pump, you definitely should consider upgrading it. And that's what we did to get more flow out of there. We have that running into a power steering pump cooler The cooler sits behind here. It gets enough airflow. It's a fan style cooler.
Nice.
And everything is routed back. So
yeah.
also too, whenever you do the swap on the 4runners, the factory oil cooler and oil filter housing, you have to remove it. So I did a Baxter Performance oil filter setup, and that's on the frame rail. And since I removed the oil cooler, I put a external oil cooler up here behind the grill.
Okay, awesome.
As well.
Awesome. And so you said it's got Doug Thorley headers, and
Yep.
I'm assuming a full custom exhaust on it.
Yeah. I got custom exhaust. I got stainless steel exhaust done by Dwight with Stage 6 Motorsports.
Heck yeah, pretty well known local shop.
Yeah.
I see it over there, and you got some pretty good skid plates on the fuel tank. It looks like.
Yeah.
All right, and what do we got going on in the rear? It looks like you got a cantilever set up, right?
Yeah, so I'm running a rear cantilever setup. I got TK1 Racing sway bar, 3-link, because I wanted to keep the stock fuel tank location.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the link goes over to the passenger side.
Yep, it goes over to the passenger side.
Gotcha.
And I got it's dual. It's for the cantilever. I got dual shocks back there.
Yeah.
So you see the coilover, and then I got the bypass shock on it as well. All King suspension setup.
It's a pretty wild setup. I mean, it not just like performance wise, but visually it looks crazy when you look at it.
Yeah. So usually on these, the very few that are done, you have to cut into the cab
for the shocks.
For the shock. Yeah, gotcha. And I didn't want to cut into the cab on the back. I felt like I cut up the truck enough, and I wanted to be able to have storage. I have a box back there, sound system.
You want it to be usable,
and
right?
yeah, definitely usable. So for me, I was like, hey, let's try out the cantilever setup. Still doing some testing with that as well, but for now, I mean, it's standing up strong. It's doing what it can. Had a couple of issues with some sway bars in the past, but I got this one now, and this seems to be holding up.
Yeah, what's up with the sway bar setup? I see it. It's much beefier than any kind of stock setup I've seen.
Yeah. So the guys over there at TK1, I mean, the sway bar I had on there before with this kit, I feel like it just didn't work for my build to where I actually broke the sway bar itself. So
gotcha.
Yeah, we got that done now.
Yeah, so. It looks good. What do you got going on with this rear bumper? I see you got a wrench in the rear.
Yeah, rear bumper is homemade. I made it on my tube bender. I didn't do any cat thing, just kind of looked at it and then said, hey, I want something slim. I want to be able to put a winch on there. I plan on going places where we're probably going to get stuck, and winching out forward is not always the plan. So having a rear winch is good. And I wanted this to be somewhat hidden. I mean, obviously you see it, but kind of hidden to where it just fits along with it. So it's
definitely
tight, but
it definitely. I mean, you see it obviously, but it definitely doesn't look like it's in the way of anything.
Yeah.
No,
it's not at all.
It looks like you can get into the back of the truck fine. It looks like it's conveniently placed.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I see you have what do they call these? Gull wing doors?
Yeah, gull wing doors.
These are cool.
So, and
nice.
Yeah, for easy access whenever we go off roading. If I need to put a rope right there, whatever it is, if I don't want to have to go back in the back area, I can put my airline or whatever. So
gotcha. Okay.
For air, I am running Apex quick air kit hose reel. I'll show you guys.
Oh man, you got all the storage back here.
Yeah, and I mean this is cool. This will reach wherever I need it to.
Okay, so you can pull that out and it'll go all the way to the front and everything?
Yeah, it goes all the way to the front,
That's super
and
cool.
It's quick setup, so it can air these 40s up with no problem.
Gotcha.
So.
And is that air setup run off of the ARB twins in the front?
Yep, it's run off the ARB. So
nice.
And I got a valve to control it to cut it off and on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we good on that.
Got a JL speaker back here.
Yeah.
You got looks like a Dobinson luggage carrier. Is that what you'd call that, I guess?
Yeah, pretty much. We can, like, if something happens on the trail, got the shelf here too that I got to do some parts, quick repair.
Yeah.
I got room for that. I got tools. Basically, this holds all my tools, and It's very functional. Whenever we do go out, gotta have a fridge just in case you want to have a cold one.
Gotcha. I was going to ask you if that was a fridge slide.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
is a fridge slide. It's a tilted fridge slide from a company local here, DFG Off Road.
Nice.
I deal with them a lot. They make a lot of cool products, but
Nice.
yeah,
And I couldn't help to notice you have KC lights, the Cyclones. You use
yeah,
those a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I mean, just for right now, just with the daylight, it's a different story. But man, this is
Lights it up pretty well.
yeah. You can whatever you're doing right here, overhead lighting is perfectly fine. So at nighttime, you can see pretty well. So
Nice.
KC Cyclones are very awesome for a small light. They have a
Yeah,
big
the
footprint.
mounting locations on them are perfect to put anywhere.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I think we did a pretty good, walk around of the truck. I'm sure there'll be some small questions and stuff like that as people view it. But is there any advice you'd like to give anybody if they were looking to do something similar or anything like that?
I would definitely say a swap of this. I mean, this build honestly is overbuilt for what the trails we do have here in Florida. This is just so I can travel through the East Coast mountains and out west. If you're doing something like this, I mean, you build it to your needs, really. For me, this is kind of what I do every day. I have a small shop here in my house, so I just wanted to build something that fits me, But
Gotcha.
as far as advice to someone else, just do whatever you think is good for you. Some of the stuff you need, some of the stuff you don't. The Atlas is definitely a game changer. It has the super crawl mode. It has dig mode to where the front wheels can dig you out, and you can lock out the rear. I mean, I went through and did a lot to this thing, but ultimately this would be for traveling to different places to trail ride, not just local.
Yeah.
um Storage boxes, I usually keep all my fluids up there. Obviously we run ghost antenna, Starlink, because we do go off grid. I don't know if you can catch it, but it is a Starlink mount. That's what that white mount is up there.
Gotcha.
And the ladder is for climbing up there to go. A lot of people make fun of the ladder, but yeah,
I mean,
something this
the
big.
truck is tall though.
Yeah,
The truck is very tall.
yeah. For the
So
storage boxes, I can go on the sliders
yeah.
and just climb up there. But everything has a function to it, and as long as you build your setup to suit your needs, I would say go for it. As far as costs, I do have a lot of people that ask how much it costs.
I mean, it's hard to put a value on your own labor.
Yeah, you cannot put a value on your own labor. And
So
again,
without the labor, just to give everybody a rough idea on like overall parts cost, not including the cost of the truck, because that could vary so much. But
yeah.
a build like this, what would you say like a rough estimate just in parts wise? I mean,
Just on suspension or suspension and axles?
okay. So if somebody already had a fifth gen Forerunner and they were willing to do all the work
Yeah.
to basically duplicate your setup, what do you think it would cost roughly just in parts? And that's suspension, wheels, tires, like just the whole
Yeah,
build,
the whole
right?
bill.
Yeah,
I
just
think in parts where we stand right now, I feel like
and just
you'd
and
be
just
about 40 grand, if not more.
okay. And
Um,
and just so everybody knows, this is not showing off. This is just so you
yeah.
have an idea of what it
What
takes
it
to
takes to
build.
build it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's keep in mind. I mean, I wouldn't even say I used the best of the best parts. I mean, I went with quality parts for sure, but I didn't go out there just, hey, give me the most expensive disc. Like we upgraded the parts that we could upgrade for what worked.
Yeah.
And I didn't go into this with a budget. I went into this with a mindset, and I built it slow. I took a little bit over a year to build it. There was never a rush in it, so I can, in that year it was parts delays, but a lot of it obviously saving to build it too. So if you want something that's wild to where you upgrade axles, you do lockouts, you do lockers, all of that stuff, yes, you are going to spend a lot of money. If you want to just throw some axles in there and just have some fun, lunchbox locker or something like that, it won't cost you much. But each time you have to tear these down and rebuild it, that's what's going to cost you in time. So,
Yep.
so I would tell. I mean, I feel like 40 grand would be just suspension, some of the drivetrain, the Atlas and stuff like that. If you don't do any of that stuff, you'll probably spend, maybe 15 to 20, so maybe half that.
Okay.
You're not doing this swap
Yeah.
unless, even if you do it yourself, you still need to buy parts.
Yeah.
You're not doing this thing for like $5,000,
Yeah.
to say the
And
least.
labor wise, like if somebody was to take their truck to a shop and say, hey, I want to duplicate this 4runner I saw online,
Yeah.
it would be an astronomical amount of labor.
Yeah.
Because you've got nights and nights working out here in the garage,
Oh
right?
yeah, long nights. Not to mention ordering parts that didn't work and having to eat those.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's trial and error. This didn't just come together because I ordered a kit and it was just, hey, you still have to do measurements. You still, have to make your own link bars, and if
Yeah.
something's not the right size, that metal is now scrapped. So
And this is your first time doing a solid
yeah,
axle swap?
I
Okay.
built this in my house here. First time doing a solid axle
Well,
swap deal.
that should be some
Yeah,
inspiration for people just in itself,
yeah.
because this thing is really wild and it's just a really nice build. So for somebody to be able to go into it with the mindset of I'm going to make this happen, I think anybody can do it if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just no frustration, just working through it, and keeping a positive attitude. That does help. I mean, my biggest problems was, I would say, part delays, and once parts got here, even if something didn't work, I was happy to try it, knowing that we can move to a different design or the next step.
Yeah.
And as I said, having a cantilever set up on 40s, just trying to make the suspension sit right. Like, I didn't know what height I'd be at. I didn't know how much travel I get, and we're still doing testing as I speak to try to figure everything out, and learning the vehicle, learning how to drive it, and
Gotcha.
that's the most important stage, because I will tell you, after you do one of these swaps, you can't just get it in and go on the highway. Hey, let me
You
do.
spend just as much time trying to dial it in
Yeah,
that you do
yeah.
build it.
And
Yeah.
and that's the fun part too. And that's the part that takes time. As far as the highway, people do ask, what do you get for miles per gallon? You don't build one of these for miles, whatever
Yeah.
MPGs you worry about. But to some who want to know, it's about 7.6, almost 8, and that's driving on the highway. Personally, I don't like driving it on the highway. This is more of a, I like to take the back roads wherever we go to trail at, windows down and everything. The highway just feels too boring of
Yeah.
a route. Um, but tires ride good. These are bead lock KMC 17 by 9s.
Yeah. The wheels are
Um,
sweet.
Negative 30, 38 offset
Nice.
on Mickey Thompson Baja Pro XS.
Yeah.
I will say, nobody told me this about the tires, but man, these tires, they do ride terrible the first couple
When
miles,
they're
and
cold,
when
right?
they're
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so once they heat up, oh man, on the highway, 65, 75, no problem. The gearing is just right in the truck to where it's fine for what it is. But you will sit in it and you're
It's a little
kind
rough
of,
right at first. Yeah.
yeah, you're kind of bouncing around, man. But it's the character of the build, it's the character of the car, it's the feeling of it, and the passion, just knowing you built something and now you're driving it wherever it is, whether it's going to a store, whether it's going to a trail.
Gotcha.
um it's everything that you get from it, and that's why I love doing this, and this was a fun build more than anything. So
Well, it's sick, Dante. I really appreciate you,
yeah, no problem, no
talking
problem.
about your truck and showing it to us. And um, we'll, I'm sure there'll be some questions. And is there any way I could forward people to you if they have questions,
Yeah, yeah.
or even if they're local and they want to talk to you about maybe doing some business with you?
Yeah, so I run a shop, mechanic business. Actually, it's mobile repair. It's called McNish Genuine Automotive here in Jacksonville. Also, on Instagram, I am MGA Pro. It's MGA underscore Pro. I figure I'd make that easy for everybody to find. You can look at videos, pictures, and updates on that. Also, if you're looking to have lift kit done or anything, I have decent amount of stuff here that we can take care of that as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Contact me on the socials, or you can contact me through my business page. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Awesome,
So
awesome. Well, thank you again.
yeah,
We're going to sign out, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.